Hello. So in this video, I'm going to introduce a recent tool which I developed, which is a virtual orientation tool, VOTj for Fiji. So this tool can be used for object centering, alignment, etc. So first let's get into the how to install it. So you go to help, get the Fiji update site, and within the Fiji update site, you would see it the VOTj listed, but parallelly to this VOTj, you also need IG OpenCV, which you need to click in the update site. And then once you are already clicked, and then you apply changes, and then Fiji would be doing the installations automatically. So we'll wait for that. Post installation, Fiji would be prompting to restart the Fiji. So you just restart it, and then after restarting, you would see within the plugins menu, there would be a new tool which is listed, VOTj, Virtual Orientation Tool. So now let's look at an example. So here I have an image of a fish and the mask corresponding to the fish embryo. So when you select the mask assisted VOTj tool, you would see a GUI popping up. So first you have to select the image and the mask corresponding to it, followed by configuring the tasks. So here I first choose to just center the fish embryo to the image. So that's what I'm going to do first. So you can see now it's processing, and then it just centered the fish to the image. Next, I want to align the fish to the horizontal axis. You can also choose to do it in a vertical axis. So as here I just gave horizontal, so it aligned horizontally. And then while aligning, you can also select how you want, where you want to be the, where you want to keep the center of rotation. It can be either the image center or the object center. So I just kept the image center. You can see the difference in the alignment. And then finally I center and align the image. So you can see now the embryo is aligned horizontally and also centered to the image. As I mentioned earlier, you can also change the axis of orientation. So if you want to orient vertically, you can also do that. As you see here, the fish oriented vertically. And as you see in this images post alignment and centering, you see the input image being cropped out. So to avoid this, to address this issue, VOTj also allows you to enlarge your image, by which you wouldn't be cropping out the image during the process of centering and alignment. And also you can select the color with which you want to fill the background. So it can be black, white, or mean. So here I'm giving mean. And one additional option within the VOTj is to select the polarity of the object, especially for asymmetric object. You can choose, say for example, here the fish had to be left to right or right to left. So as it's a kind of aligned left to right, let's just give it right to left. So here you can see the fish is oriented right to left, and the VOTj also allows you to record the crude orientation of the object before alignment. So if you are interested in getting that output, that can be also obtained by clicking the log option within the GUI. Now, suppose we don't have a mask corresponding to the image. Now, to orient, the VOTj also allows you to annotate the object of interest and then further align our center. So first you need to select the image, and then you can also configure the size of the brush with which you would annotate. So here you can see I'm annotating the fish. So I'm annotating a T more to like a T to make it more asymmetric, so that I can also select the polarity, also configure the polarity of the object while orienting. So similar to the mask assisted alignment GUI, you also configure the task which you want to do. So here you can see I centered and aligned the object and also enlarged it and also filled the background with black color. So the virtual orientation tool can be also used to orient multidimensional images. So as an example, let's open the flybrain example image from the image and try to orient it. So here in this example, I would be using the annotation assisted tool option of the virtual orientation tool to orient the fly brain. You can also use mask and use the mask assisted alignment option to also orient the fly brain. So first we need to select the image as the annotation assisted GUI pops up. So now as we have a stack here, so the annotation assisted tool will ask if you want to go for a single annotation mode or multi-slice annotation mode. So if you select multi-slice annotation, you have to annotate each slice, but here I'm just selecting one slice. So I would go for single slice annotation. So after selecting the single slice annotation, I have to select the slice number on which I want to annotate. So I selected the middlemost slice. So I have it. Now I annotate the brain and then configure the option such that the brain is oriented horizontally and also enlarged. So like other plugins, virtual orientation tool also offers batch processing. So where you can just give the batch of images which you want to align or center. So I start with annotation assisted orientation in a batch format. So first you need to give the input directory where you have the batch of images to be oriented, and then the output image directory where you want to save the output of the oriented images. As you would be drawing the annotation, and the annotation mask would be generated. So the tool also offers to save the masks which you draw, and like the other examples where we saw, you need to configure the tools according to the task which you want to perform. And then once you click OK, then it shows, pops up, and you have to annotate the images. So here in this example, I also click the log so that I can log the crude orientation of the images, batch of images. As you can see here, it's all listed, the orientation details. Now, if you look at the output directory where we save the processed image, inside that directory, you will find mask, a directory named mask VOTj, where the masks corresponding to the annotations which you just did would be saved with the output images. Now to demonstrate the mask assisted alignment in a batch processing format, I would use the same mask which we just generated. So once again, you give the input image directory and the mask image directory which we just generated. And then you configure the tasks which you want to do, and then it takes the mask and the image one by one and orients the images, and saves in the output directory which you just gave in. So now within the batch processing mode, the virtual orientation tool also offers another option where you can give a macro to segment the object of interest and create the masks. So same way you give the input directory and then give the file path to the macro which you want to use to segment. So as you see here, it's segmenting the fishes in real time, and then that is used to further orient and align using the virtual orientation tool. So same way, it will again save the images in the output directory where you listed, and the masks created with the macro can be also saved. So that was it about the batch processing. And like any other plugin in Fiji, the virtual orientation tool also allows macro recording. So you can just run through the function once and then macro record, and then take the code from the recorder and put it in your workflow. So that was a brief demonstration of the virtual orientation tool. And to find more and to read about what is really happening, you can follow the GitHub page associated with this tool. And I guess that's it. Thank you for your attention.